Imagine waking up on a crisp Saturday morning, grabbing your favorite cup of coffee, and walking out to your driveway to see a vehicle that looks like a life-size toy, but is built like an absolute tank. For decades, we have associated the legendary name Land Cruiser with massive, unstoppable, and incredibly expensive luxury off-roaders. But what if Toyota took all of that legendary toughness, shrank it down to the size of a comfortable city car, and made it affordable for the rest of us? Welcome back to Crownline Reviews, where we get behind the wheel of the most exciting cars on the planet to tell you what they are really like to live with. Today, we are looking at a vehicle that might just break the internet, and it is sitting right here in front of me. This is the highly anticipated 2026 Toyota Mini Land Cruiser, and it is here to completely change the way we think about everyday adventure. To truly understand why this little truck is such a massive deal, we have to take a quick trip back in time. The Land Cruiser nameplate is automotive royalty, starting way back with the original FJ40 in the 1960s. That classic vehicle was a bare-bones, go-anywhere mountain goat that helped build Toyota's global reputation for unbreakable reliability. Over the years, the Land Cruiser grew up, got much bigger, added heated leather seats, and eventually became a massive luxury status symbol. We also had the quirky and lovable FJ Cruiser in the 2000s, which brought back the retro styling but was still a pretty heavy and thirsty machine. Toyota realized that a huge portion of their fans felt left out because the modern Land Cruisers were simply too big for tight city streets and too expensive for the average buyer. That is exactly what this new 2026 Mini Land Cruiser is here to fix. It takes the unbreakable spirit of its ancestors and packs it into a footprint that makes sense for the modern world. It is a beautiful return to the roots of what made Toyota off-roaders so beloved in the first place, offering pure, unadulterated fun without the massive price tag. Walking up to the 2026 Mini Land Cruiser, the very first thing that hits you is just how incredibly charming it looks in person. It has this fantastic boxy silhouette that looks like it was carved out of a single block of granite, yet it is small enough to easily park in a crowded grocery store lot. Toyota has absolutely nailed the retro-futuristic design here, blending classic styling cues with modern technology in a way that makes everyone smile when they see it. Up front, you have these brilliant round LED headlights that instantly remind you of the classic FJ40, sitting inside a bold, rectangular grille with the Toyota name spelled out in big, proud letters. The hood is perfectly flat, which not only looks tough, but actually helps you see exactly where the front corners of the car are when you are navigating tight spaces. Moving down the side, you will notice the chunky, squared-off wheel arches filled with proper all-terrain tires that look ready to tackle a muddy trail right off the showroom floor. The roofline is completely flat and painted in a contrasting white, which is another beautiful nod to the classic cruisers of the past while helping keep the cabin cool in the summer sun. Around the back, the design stays wonderfully simple with vertical taillights and a side-hinged tailgate that swings open to reveal the cargo area. It is a design that manages to look rugged and adorable at the exact same time, which is a very hard balance to strike. You will find people staring at it at traffic lights and kids pointing at it from the sidewalk because it just looks like a fun adventure waiting to happen. Opening the solid, heavy door and climbing inside, you're greeted by an interior that feels exactly like a high-tech hiking boot. Toyota knows that the people buying this car are going to get it dirty, so they have designed a cabin that is incredibly durable and exceptionally easy to clean. When you open the door, you do not get that delicate luxury leather smell. Instead, you get the crisp, clean scent of durable, all-weather materials ready for the outdoors. Seats are wrapped in a tough, water-resistant fabric that feels like it could survive a spilled coffee, a wet dog, or a muddy camping trip without breaking a sweat. When you sit down, the driving position is fantastic, giving you a commanding view of the road ahead through that upright, almost vertical windshield. The dashboard is wonderfully straightforward, featuring big, chunky physical buttons and dials for the climate control that you can easily operate even if you're wearing thick winter gloves. Right in the center, there is a crisp, bright touchscreen that handles your navigation and music, but it does not overwhelm the cabin or distract you from the driving experience. Every material you touch, from the thick rim of the steering wheel to the solid grab handles on the doors, feels like it was built to last for 20 years. It is not a luxury car interior by any means, but it has a sense of honest, rugged quality that is incredibly refreshing in a world full of delicate, glossy screens. Even the back seats, while a bit snug for tall adults on a long road trip, are perfectly comfortable for kids or friends tagging along for a weekend getaway. Underneath this charming, boxy exterior lies a powertrain that is designed to be as smart as it is capable. Toyota has equipped the 2026 Mini Land Cruiser with a brilliant 2-liter, 4-cylinder hybrid engine that sends power to all 4 wheels. This setup produces roughly 220 horsepower, which might not sound like a massive number, but it is the electric torque that makes all the difference in the world. Because it is a hybrid, the electric motors provide instant pulling power the second you touch the gas pedal, making the car feel incredibly zippy and eager to move. The all-wheel drive system is not just for show either. It is a proper, intelligent system designed to find grip in snow, mud, or loose gravel without you having to pull any complicated levers. The suspension has been tuned to offer a generous amount of ground clearance, allowing you to easily roll over rocks or deep city potholes without scraping the bottom of the car. Toyota has also included several driving modes, so with the simple twist of a dial, you can tell the car whether you're driving on smooth pavement, deep snow, or a rocky trail. It is a setup that takes the intimidation out of off-roading, making it easy and accessible for someone who has never driven off the pavement in their entire life. You get the peace of mind knowing that the legendary Toyota engineering is working behind the scenes to keep you moving forward, no matter what the weather is doing outside. But what does it actually feel like when you press the start button, put it in gear, and head out onto the road? Pulling out into city traffic, the very first thing you notice is how incredibly nimble and easy to drive this little truck is. Because it is so compact and the visibility is so fantastic, you can dart through narrow streets and squeeze into tiny parking spots with absolute confidence. The steering wheel has a reassuring weight to it, making you feel connected to the road without wearing out your arms during a long commute. When you merge onto the highway, the mini Land Cruiser gets up to speed smoothly, though you do start to notice the reality of its boxy shape. Because it is shaped like a brick, you will hear a bit of wind noise rushing around the upright windshield and the big side mirrors at higher speeds. It is not deafening by any means, but it is a gentle reminder that you are driving a rugged utility vehicle, not a sleek aerodynamic sports car. The suspension does a remarkable job of soaking up harsh bumps and broken pavement, giving you a ride that is surprisingly soft and comfortable for a vehicle with off-road intentions. But the real magic happens when you turn off the paved road and point the nose down a dirt trail. The car suddenly feels like it is in its natural habitat, happily bouncing along over rocks and ruts while you sit comfortably inside, grinning from ear to ear. It makes you want to take the long way home just to see where a random dirt road might lead you. Let me ask you a question, and I want you to really think about it for a second. How many times have you looked at a massive, expensive off-road vehicle and thought, I would love to own that, but it just does not fit my daily life? Maybe you live in an apartment with a tight parking garage, or maybe you just cannot justify spending $70,000 on a car to go camping a few times a year. If you're nodding your head right now, you're exactly the person Toyota built this vehicle for. It is the perfect compromise for the weekend warrior who still has to commute to work on Monday morning. Living with the 2026 Mini Land Cruiser day in and day out is where this vehicle truly shines and proves its worth. Because of that clever hybrid powertrain, you're looking at fuel economy numbers that will make traditional SUV owners incredibly jealous. You can expect to get around 35 miles to the gallon in mixed driving, which means fewer stops at the gas station and more money left in your pocket for your weekend adventures. When it comes to reliability, it is a Toyota, which means it is essentially built to outlast the pyramids if you just keep up with the basic oil changes and maintenance. The running costs are going to be remarkably low, especially compared to the massive tires and thirsty engines of its bigger Land Cruiser siblings. The cargo space in the back is very practical, featuring a flat floor and durable plastic lining that you can easily wipe down after hauling muddy mountain bikes or bags of garden soil. The only real trade-off you have to live with is the overall size. If you have a large family of 5 and need to haul a week's worth of luggage, this might feel a bit cramped. But for a couple, a small family, or a solo adventurer, it offers the perfect amount of space without carrying around unnecessary bulk. It is a vehicle that fits seamlessly into your life, rather than forcing you to change your life to accommodate a massive truck. I know a lot of you watching right now are probably wondering if this little truck can really live up to the legendary Land Cruiser name. It is a heavy crown to wear, and car enthusiasts can be very protective of their favorite classic models. But I want you to look at it not as a replacement for the big heavy cruisers, but as an exciting new chapter in the story. It brings the joy of exploration to a whole new generation of drivers who might never have considered an off-road vehicle before. So after spending time with the 2026 Toyota Mini Land Cruiser, what is the final, honest verdict? If you're looking for a whisper-quiet luxury cruiser to eat up thousands of highway miles in total silence, this is probably not the car for you. If you need to tow a massive boat or carry 7 passengers to soccer practice, you should definitely look at something much larger in the Toyota lineup. But if you want a vehicle that makes you smile every single time you walk up to it, this is an absolute home run. It is for the young professional who loves hiking on the weekends, the empty nesters looking for a fun runabout, or anyone who just loves the idea of a tough, reliable, and affordable adventure machine. Toyota has managed to capture lightning in a bottle here, creating a car that is deeply practical but also bursting with personality and charm. It proves that you do not need a massive engine or a gigantic footprint to have an incredible time behind the wheel. Thank you so much for joining me today on Crownline Reviews to explore this fantastic little machine. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments where you would take your Mini Land Cruiser on its very first road trip. Remember, the best car in the world is not the fastest or the most expensive. It is the one that makes you want to get out and drive. Stay safe, keep exploring, and I will see you in the next one.